What's up, Dragon Brood? So, have you heard about this thing called the Mandela effect? It's kind of this whole thing where you remember something almost to a super accurate detail, but then you find out later after talking to other people that some people remember it that way and some people didn't. And it's usually some type of shared experience that you believe a thing happened, but it really didn't. And now the reality is just different. Now, personally, I think it might just be a glitch in the Matrix, but it's a thing that's happened. And I only bring this up because I swear I had played some type of Lorehold Spirits deck. I even made the video leading up to the season that had a deck list and everything else. But then I thought I made a video and I remember playing the games, but the video obviously doesn't exist. Now, that being said, I probably played the games and who knows, maybe there was some data issues or something was wrong with it. And so I just never made the video for whatever reason. But I figured I still owe it to you, so that's what we're doing today. I know that's a random explanation as to how we got here, but hey, it's actually pretty fun. I think it's actually still going to hold up pretty well. And I know some people have been looking for something to play with these spirits and try to make use of some of the new cards. So we're going to do just that. Now, this is a little bit interesting because as much as it is an aggro deck, we kind of have a lot of working and moving parts that really affect each other. So we're trying to take advantage of that as best we can. So starting at the top, we do have some Sentinel's Eyes. This is really a twofold card here. It allows us to get our creatures just a little bit bigger, but it does work well with Stonebinder's Familiar. Whenever you remove stuff from the graveyard, you'll get to put a counter on the Stonebinder, so that's pretty awesome. So we'll see how that ends up working out in this list. It does also allow us to play an extra card on a lot of turns with Clarion Spirit, and that can be beneficial. Our other 1-mana creature here, though, is Usher of the Fallen, because it is also a spirit. By the way, Stonebinder's Familiar is a spirit, and I think a lot of people miss that whenever they're looking at this card. I think most people went, oh, it's a dog. Oh, excuse me. A lot of people said, looked at it, I guess, to be in the dog deck, but it doesn't really do what the dog decks want. But it works perfectly with what the spirit deck wants to do, so we're going to see how well this works out. Also cool that it's a spirit dog. Looks like it's a statue that they were praying to or whatever, which is kind of cool art. But anyway, so we have Usher of the Fallen, Clarion Spirit, then Rally the Ranks. And I know this is a card that people don't include in a lot of their lists, but really when we're able to make these extra flyers that are spirits, when we're able to just punch through with these, just extra little creatures turn after turn, like this makes a big deal. Plus, turning these creatures into larger size creatures really does matter a lot. Now, could we replace them with something else? Like maybe, I wouldn't turn my nose up at it if we had a better card, but we're going to roll with it for now. We are playing Elite Spellbinder, and no, Elite Spellbinder is not a spirit. I'm well aware. However, the card's just that damn good. It's a 3-power flyer. It can slow your opponents down. I mean, especially when we're talking about stuff against things like the ultimatum decks and things of that nature, like removing those cards, removing a sweeper from your opponent's hand where they can't play it on 4 or 5, now they have to play it on 6 or 7. Like, those make a really big difference. So it's hard not to want to play this card. Skyclave Apparition, obviously being an apparition as a spirit, super versatile. Again, one of the best white cards you can play right now, so absolutely going for it. We are playing 3 Bonecrusher Giants, and this is one I really struggled with on how I wanted to play it. And ultimately, my personal decision came down to, it still works well with the Stonebinder's Familiar. And that gives it a little bit of extra value, because you do have to exile the card after you play the adventure to set it up so you can cast it. Well, that counts for the Stonebinder's Familiar. Anytime you exile a card, and you can also do it on your opponent's turn. So you can get maybe a +1/+1 on your turn, and then you use the Bonecrusher Stomp on your opponent's turn, and then you get another +1/+1 on the dog. So that actually, I kind of dig that. I don't have a problem with it at all. I think it's a pretty sweet little interaction that we have built into the deck, and Bonecrusher is just a good card. Then we have Venerable Warsinger. And when we're able to pump this up and get damage in so we can get stuff out of the graveyard, using stuff like Rally the Ranks, like Sentinel's Eyes, can do a whole lot to get us those other creatures back into play. Additionally, some other fun things you can do, because you have stuff like Bonecrusher Giant, you can actually target your opponent's creature, so you have to deal less to it with trample damage and get a rest of damage over, which is pretty sweet, because one of the things I think people don't realize is there's times you can actually have your Venerable Warsinger die, but if you still deal 3 damage as part of it, it's already in the graveyard by the time the ability triggers. So 3 or less, you can just get the Warsinger back into play. So it's a neat little thing you can do. Like, let's say your opponent blocks with a 2/2, or even let's say your opponent blocks with like a 3/3, and you have your Venerable Warsinger as a 4/4 or a 5/5. It's like, okay, well, if I shoot it for 2, I'm going to do at least 3 trample damage. Then I can go ahead and get my Venerable Warsinger back, even if it's going to die and they pump the power of that creature or something, if you were at risk of losing the Warsinger. So it's kind of like a little thing you can keep in your pocket there as an idea of something you can do. It's a little situational. It's not going to come up that often, but it is something I've seen happen that people aren't aware of. Then we're playing a couple Showdown of the Scalds. Again, it's working well with Clarion Spirit. It can get you just, another Apparition to get a blocker out of the way. Just a lot of different things this card's going to do for the deck. A couple of Hoffreys, because, pumping spirits is good when everything spirits. But you also get to reuse stuff like your Apparition or whatever, or even your Spellbinder. And it's funny because once it dies, then you turn it into a spirit, and that's pretty cool. And then we have a couple of Lorehold Command. Just good all-around card for this deck. As for land, we're playing 7 plains, 1 Castle Embereth, 4 mountains, 4 Snarl, 4 Pathway, 2 Fabled Passage. Nothing too crazy there. You're looking at 7, 8, 12, 16, 22 lands. It's not a lot of land, but we do have a bunch of things that cost 1 and 2. And even if you include the Stomp, I mean, we're actually getting by pretty well. But you know what? Let's just go play some games, and then we'll talk about the updates we have on the other side of those games. Also, don't forget that we also have our card spotlight at the end of the video, which we have at the end of every gameplay video. So you get a wrap-up review, you get an update on the deck, and then you also get a little bit of extra info just because. But anyway, let's go into the arena and watch some games. I feel like I'm supposed to mulligan this, but it's not like it's awful. And if we draw like the, you know what, I'm going to keep. Let's keep it for science. I feel like I can talk myself into ways this, oh, well, now the hand's getting worse by the second. This was a bad decision. Oh yeah, we're definitely deserved to get blasted by that Robber of the Rich. The worst part is they can use like half our cards too. Okay, well that's the good news, because that could have been a lot worse. Let's see what we can find here. Oh, that's not helping our cause at all. This is gonna die, obviously. Stomp incoming. And they're still gonna get our top card, which sucks. Oh no. Oh, we need a white land so bad right here. Oh, that sucks. They just took one, didn't they? Yep. Gosh dang it. Both of those are white lands. Oh, that sucks. Well, we need to top deck one here, fam, or we're in trouble. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, we failed. That actually helps, though. If we're not going to draw a white land, that's at least the most reasonable thing we could draw. Oh, Torbran. All right. Well, at least it's not Embercleave. That could have been worse. That could have been a lot worse. The good news is, too, this likely gets hit by the Frostbite. So if we do get a white land, we probably get to keep Anax isolated. And then we have, like, one more turn. We have to work through Torbran. So that's actually not... Wait, why would you not get the 2 extra damage? That's a weird decision. Ooh, you know what? We could even get this back if we get lucky here. Alright, let's go ahead and get rid of this duder. Now it's a matter of how much damage do we block here, knowing that they're T-1 turn from Torbran. Ah, that sucks. Oh, that sucks a lot. Damn it. We're gonna have to... Man, any card they draw next is bad for us. That's the worst feeling. The only way we get lucky here... Oh, that's actually a good one for us too, believe it or not. Because we could get this big enough that we can run through a Torbran and maybe get back... Okay, well here's the Torbran. Right, the good news is we have limited their red creatures. Okay. What do we want to do here? Man, if we'd got one more land, this would have been super nice. We're pretty close to dying here, though. I think we play this. Turn this into a 5/5. I kind of wanted to play a blocker, but I think I'm going to do this. Call Spirits. And then just say, cool. Oh, they just let it hit? What? Yeah, buddy. I don't think they realized what was about to happen. I mean, we're still close to dead because we got to deal with this Phoenix at some point, or else it's just going to kill us next turn. But if we draw a land, we can shoot the Phoenix. At least during their attack step. And we'll gain 3 life. Oh, we can actually get a blocker. Actually, because their stuff on the ground isn't going to stop our... Oh, we got it. We got the best of everything. This is so good. All right, so we don't attack with the Apparition, sadly. What you gonna do, opponent? Nothing. You're gonna let us get another creature back. Okay. Then, yeah, we're just gonna keep going up top. And, yeah. Okay. Man, if we come back... I don't know how we're coming back. This hand was so bad to start with. I thought we were toast. Oh, this Lorehold command is going to be so good. Like, we get to get a 3/2, or we could just make all our stuff indestructible and just block everything. Like, that's probably the best thing to do. Yeah, if we do that, I don't think we can lose. Okay. That's only going to make it a 4/2, so we just let everything attack. Let them dedicate to attacking first. Yeah, now they're just now doing the math. I'm just like, wait, if I attack with everything, is that lethal? They're probably thinking like, what's up? Right, I got 2 cards. I got 5 mana. Why am I okay with all this happening? I would be suspicious too if I was the opponent. Why not attack with the Fireblade Charger at that point, right? You might as well get in with everything. If I block it, it's at least 1 point of damage. Like, why would you... Like, that's such a weird thing. They're still thinking about it, I guess. Nope, they're pulling everything back. Oh, they're not doing anything. Oh. Well, crap. Do we even want to use our Lorehold command here? I think we still do. Alright. We're definitely going to deal 3 and gain 3. Actually, wait. What's in their graveyard? So they could get this back and attack for... It'd make it a 3/3 at that point. But we still have this Spellbinder sitting here. Even if they block to kill the Spellbinder, we just get it back. I think I kind of want to make a 3/2. I could draw cards, though, sacrificing a land, but I'm not going to do that. Let's just deal 3 and make a 3/2. That makes the most sense to me. Though drawing cards was a reasonable option. Oh, well, there we go. That's all good. Yep. Somebody's just playing around with their names, trying to get away with one with Swamp Pass. Like, come on. You ain't fooling anybody. Though I'll admit, I normally report dumb names, but that one's actually like, you're at least being somewhat creative, so I'm going to let that one slide. No report today. All right, opponent, what you got? Oh, we're going to be doing this. This is something we're going to have to play pretty tightly, because this looks like it's some type of Paw Blade Winota something or other. Hey, Sims. Welcome back. Okay, so if we know this is a Winota type thing, if we Clarion Spirit, then we know they're not going to, like, the best thing they're going to do is stomp and probably not do anything else. But so, I mean, I'm sort of thinking like we don't do anything, we shoot whatever they play, and then we just play Apparition the following turn, because we're not going to get any value out of the Clarion Spirit, regardless, if things go down like that. At least that's what it feels like. Oh, I feel you, Greg. I was like, you know, I can respect it. That's what I said. Like, I'm not going to mess with it. All right, so they're going with Maul of the Skyclaves here. Not the thing I thought our Apparition would be taking, but it's a thing our Apparition will gladly take. Now, they can stomp and get a 3-3, which is fair. Oh, Redain. Well, Redain does make a couple of our cards cost a bit more, but not a lot. So we're not that concerned about Redain. The question is now, do we just take Redain as well? And is that greedy? I believe it probably is greedy, but I don't think we care. If Winota shows up now, that's a different problem, but there's no triggers for Winota, so we'll just deal with it. Okay, so we're going to go with Spirits, Sentinel Eye. So we get attacker and a blocker. So if they do cast Winota, we have blockers for everything. We can kill the dog, so we don't have to deal with it more than once. Ah, I guess it's a good thing I have blockers in the air. That's fantastic. Vigilance dog, huh? Alright. Well, that's a thing we're going to have to keep in mind. I have nothing in the yard yet. So I have to devise a way to get something into the yard for this War Singer. But in the meantime, let's make a whole lot of blockers. Because eventually, I find things to pump our team, and then we'll just win that way. Pack leader, cool. We weren't going to kill your dog anyway. So they are setting up for a Winota. We have to know that that's coming. Nifty. Ooh. Man, hopefully they don't get a land here, so we can Spellbinder and steal the Winota. No attacks. Alright, so next turn we get to play Spellbinder plus Rally plus land, so we could use all the things from the showdown. Unfortunately, we did not get to the Spellbinder soon enough to take the Winota. They missed on their first one. Alright, so they're just putting in a human. We're not that concerned about the proceedings here, really. So we'll block, block, block. Okay, now we're starting to reach a relevant state of importance. Let's do this. Let's make... This is a real question. We're not going to be able to make a flyer big enough, because I'm only going to play 2 more spells. That would make it a 3-3, plus the 1-1 from the rally is a 4-4. We could put this on it, make it a 5-5, 6-6. Then we could block the Watchdog, but it doesn't kill it, because they have the Pack Leader. So really, until we get something to get rid of the Pack Leader, it doesn't really matter. So I should just make this big enough that I could at least do something with it, maybe? Oh, well, that's a thing. Let's take that. That sounds awesome. Let's go this. Put this on Spirit. Put this on, I guess, the dog here at some point. Make this 6/6 is already big enough because they're not going to trade with their Winota. Do we just make the dog bigger? And then we attack. I mean, that doesn't do any good to attack with that. Yeah, just attack for 6, I guess. Oh, actually, well, yeah, because they would have blocked. We wouldn't have wide enough there because those were new. We can just attack for lethal next turn. I mean, even if they hit all their triggers, we're not going to die here. We're at 20. Yeah, it's still not going to do it. Nope, still not going to do it. How sick is that? You're like, you got a double striker with all this thing. We're just like, yeah, whatever. Like, doesn't change anything. We're fine. Who else is getting through here? Block you with our 6/6, I guess. We can take 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then have all this to attack back with. They can still play a dog. And they're only at 9. We'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 attackers to 1, 2, 3 blockers. 4 of them get through would be at least, yeah. All right, I'm okay with that. Yep, and then here comes another round of hits. Oh, I forgot that one died to double strike. Okay, well, I did bad math, y'all. I deserve what's coming. I goofed it. We deserve to lose now. Actually, no, they still have 1, 2, 3, 4 blockers. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attackers. And as long as we can make them all 3s, yeah, okay, that's fine. I guess it's still not the worst thing. Because we have a bunch of triggers coming here. So as long as everybody's at least a 3 power, it doesn't matter. I don't know, make you a 3, I guess. And then make you a 3. Not that it matters. Should still do it. There should be exactly 9 no matter how they block. And they're playing with their hand face up, so they already know what they have. Yep, GG's. Well, all right, we at least got a 1 mana thing, 2 mana thing this time. That hasn't happened yet. I'm still debating how good the dog is in here. I think it's like passable. It's like the best other 1 mana thing I could figure out to play, though. All right, let's see what the opponent's up to here. Is this dog getting shocked? That is the question. It is not getting shocked. That is good news. That's borderline great news, actually. Though we do have to be aware, when you see blue-red decks, they could be playing, like, just a bunch of spells that are followed by, like, Dragon's Intervention, or what that thing is, right? So, Draconic Intervention. Though we can play 1 Warsinger just to see. Oh yeah, we have Warsingers for days then. Sure, that's what we're gonna do. I'm assuming Warsingers are just gonna die on sight because they don't want to keep giving us Duders. Oh, weird. They have Clarion Spirits. Well, that's a thing we learned. Well, we will kill a Clarion Spirit. Oh, wait. One of the few times I might actually get to play 2 spells here. No, I think it's more important to stop their Clarion Spirit. I feel like now I have a little more information that they're not playing sweepers or whatever anyway. So let's go for it. Alright, they've been drawing plenty of land here, though. How weird would it be if this is like a low-key Winota deck or something? Alright, well that works. Do I put it on the Usher and force them to make weird blocks? I think we do. I did not see this coming, y'all. With like Light Scribe and whatever, like this was out of left field. The way this turn started, for the first couple turns for the opponent, I played my early turns thinking complete other situations were in play. Opt, alright. Well, the good news is we might be able to fight step for step here, which is kind of nice. I'm assuming they're going to grow the Leonин's Light Scribe, so let's hope it's just one spell. Because, you know, I'm your Huckleberry. And we get... Oh, they didn't have it. Alright, alright. Cool. That's a pleasant surprise. Did not see that coming. Gonna rally for spirits. And then we're gonna play this on the Clarion Spirit, since the dog's gonna grow here anyway. I'm gonna get rid of a War Singer, and I'm gonna get rid of the Usher. Thinking I can get back another Clarion Spirit with the Venerable War Singer, hopefully. And then we're going to attack for 8. The opponent has something to shoot down our Clarion Spirit after blocking, so be it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What is this? Oh, it's just Unleashed Fury. That's fine. We can live with that. We can live with that. That's actually totally okay, considering we have a War Singer. Start getting those bad boys back. Dragon? Sure. We can race dragon attacks. Like, I'm willing to fight these fights. Oh. Well, fair enough then, opponent. That makes the race a bit more difficult. Not gonna lie. But that does help. We'll go get yet another Plains. What do we want to remove? Yeah, we can remove a Clarion Spirit. That seems reasonable. Alright. Now this puts the onus on the opponent to find something, because even if you play the Giant, we can at least... Yeah, we can punch past the Giant, so... Now they have to worry about if we top deck a removal card. Yep, exactly. That would have been a bad, bad turn for them. We're going to take that. And we're going to attack. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Steel and Sack decks either. I think I put one together recently just as a test. But that was it. Yeah, we're going to keep this. One is playing Luris. I feel like Spellbinder is going to be reasonable here. Clarion Spirit's going to be reasonable. If they're playing Rogues, this hand's okay. If they're playing something like the... like Aura's decks, this hand's actually pretty good. Alright, so Rogues it is. You chose violence on this day. I understand. We all have our flaws and make bad life decisions. All right, let's show them that. Let's go ahead and play this. And if we really need a token, we can like attack, let them block, shoot something, play the Sentinel Eye. Okay, well they don't have crabs. We know that much. Or we would have just seen that. They just let that happen. I guess we could play Usher then? Just to guarantee we get the token in case they don't do anything. Also, Sentinel's Eye is also fine in this matchup because we get to remove stuff from our graveyard. Alright, Thieves Guild Enforcer only puts 3 cards in the yard, so we're not too worried about it. Plus, we can stomp it when we're ready. Alright, not too worried about that yet. Alright, deck. I appreciate the thought of getting us a bunch of mana, but that might be a little too much. Do we just attack with everything? Or should I play the Spellbinder? I think I'll attack with just Clarion Spirit here. Because I think this is just going to be a Spellbinder turn. Mostly because I'm looking to grab like an Into the Story or something if they have it. Oh, gosh, they have 2 of them. Damn it. That is not what we wanted to see. Well, okay. Well, I guess it didn't matter. One day we will go first again. I promise you. But today is not that day. A lot of new viable options in the set. Yeah, I agree. I think this set has a lot of cool cards to play with. Ooh, Croxa. Well, dang it. I guess Sentinel Eye has to go. Mostly because I need the rest of this. Well, I guess I don't need it as badly now. Alright, we'll go ahead and Clarion Spirit. Kind of force the opponent to do the like steel sack thing if they want to here to get rid of our Clarion Spirit. Nope, they didn't want to. Sounds great. Would you like to remove a Croxa? They do. Well, dang. I keep drawing cards I want to do other things with. Okay, you'll just get another 2/2. Oh, a Crowan War and Valky. Son of a gun. I don't like either of these choices. However, at least if we take a Crowan War, that's a little less painful. So they can Valky to take the Venerable Warsinger, or then we just kill it with an Apparition. Or they can take the Apparition and then try to block something. I mean, do we still... I think I'm going to attack with both. I have a feeling this is just going to go badly for us, the way things are set up. Oh, they opted not to block the Clarion Spirit, though. I could have sworn that's what was going to get blocked there. Okay, well, no matter what, we're going to get to play 2 spells, right? Oh, no, we only have 1 card. Well, we'll have 2 cards in the yard. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's different. Okay. See, now this is kind of tough because we sort of get to choose what do we want in play here. And I think, man. Venerable Warsinger will still be able to be double blocked here, though. Well, when they play Valky, but then we could play that the next turn because they can't steal that with Valky. But then if they get the Warsinger with the Crowan War the next turn, then they at least get Croxa for a turn, which is super annoying. I think this is a bad matchup all around, but we're going to do what we can do here. Because, you know, it's all we can do. All right. Let's see what the opponent does here. Unfortunately, they're going to put a pile of creatures. Though they might just spend their mana to just get Proxy here. If they do, we discard Rally, and then we can at least Apparition the Croxa, and then we got to use all of our cards, I guess. Ah, crap. They left 2 on top? Ugh. That's a gross feeling. Well, we're just going to hope we draw another 1 mana thing. So we can at least get 1 more Spirit and attack in the air, because I think that's the only shot we have at winning. Yeah, we knew the Croxa was coming. Discard that, sadly. I mean, I kind of need it, but at this point, I don't know if we would have been able to race a Croxa. And unfortunately, we did not draw another spell. So we're going to have to try to get it done with just these duders. I mean, we attack, they just double block. We don't get anything out of that. Though we do get Sentinel Eyes back with a creature in the yard. So that's not nothing. I mean, maybe it's worth sacrificing that. As crazy as that sounds. They're going to take 4, go to 12. You know what? Yeah. I think we do. Yeah, I'm good with that. We put it on... Clarion Spirit, I guess, so it can't be Bone Crushed. Alright. I mean, it's not a great plan. I mean, I'd like to draw one of the other, like, what you call it? These things. The Rally in the Ranks. So at least these would be 2 each in the air, and that would help. But we might still be dead here. I don't have high hopes. That was a great pull for the opponent. I guess now the only thing we're hoping for is maybe draw... I guess... Well, actually, if we get a Bone Crusher Giant or we get a Showdown, I'd be probably okay with either of those. Okay, that's annoying. Not bad. Need another red land, though, so we can activate that castle. I think, sadly, we can only attack for 1. If they weren't playing Croxas and other discard stuff, I would have probably tried to hold on to that Clarion Spirit so we can get multiple spells. But right now, we're just looking for Bone Crushers and Showdowns. I think that's the only way we're going to win. Because either of those could produce 2 spells for the turn, and then that really starts to turn this around. But we need it now, like, is the thing. Yeah, they're going to take our big Clarion Spirit. Makes sense. We're at 20, so we're just not going to block. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Sentinel Eyes. Does that particularly help us? I don't think so, but it does give us a blocker. So don't hate it. I mean, the bad part is they're only 1 mana away from setting up Valky, which is going to make this ugly too. Which is the other reason we need to be able to make tokens, like, quick. Oh, well, we're in trouble now. Here comes Tybalt. Yeah, really, those are our only outs here. I mean, we have outs, but we're kind of just waiting. I guess the other thing too, though, I guess maybe they're considering if you play Tibalt, like what are they even doing with it, right? Are they just taking cards off the top and hoping? Are they going to go and try to get rid of our Clarion Spirit to keep us from trying to get back in the game? Because right now the bad part is we would end up having to attack our Clarion Spirit into our other Clarion Spirit that they have on their turn, so... Oh, opponent shouldn't have done that.
You missed that.
Why? Just let us... I mean, I guess? Well, they know better than I do. Maybe they have something else in hand where that matters. But, yeah. That feels like a weird choice. Not a thing I would have thought they'd have done. I mean, I guess we only have one card in the yard, so it's not as much thing. But here, they just block this. They get a 2/2 back. We attack one. I guess we just send that into Valky. Play this. But they're only at 9. I mean, if we just attack... God, I feel like there's so many choices here. Alright, so I mean, I guess... I mean, they're going to block it anyway, so I don't think it really matters, but... Yeah. Alright, but then we get our spirit back. We now have another creature in the yard. Oh, Ox. That's no joke. Okay. I mean, they have the mana to play it anyway. And then I think we just wait on the Sentinel Eyes. Alright, so we lose our 1-flyer. They can Ox to replenish their hand. They can play off the top of our library.
Surely you can.
They got land. That's good for us. They're low enough on life, too, that they probably don't want to use the castle. But who knows? If they get a removal card for a Spellbinder, everything sort of changes anyway. Clarion Spirit, play a spell, make a 1/1. Yep, they found a creature. Gosh dang it. And it's a damn good one, too. That sucks. Man, we tried. Sometimes they just get your team, they get you. No blocks. Oh, and we drew badly. This was the only live card we drew the last couple turns. Yeah, we're dead. Man, that sucks. Yeah, that's a tough matchup. Ugh, this is bad. Let's mulligan this. Especially when we're not even going first. Let's get rid of this. We're going to be putting a lot of work on these Spellbinders. Like, there is a whole pile of faith being put on those cards. Against Yorion, though, I mean, it's what we got to do, you know? I assume this will die. And we're just going to hope these Spellbinders resolve. I was going to say, if they had a Jiraiya's Disruption, I was hoping they were going to use it there. Because we need these two to get through. Like, first one probably gets either of their mass removal cards. The second one probably tries to get an ultimatum. Pretty much that's what we're going to be aiming for. No, I don't play any historic on streams. I mean, I say never. I do every once in a while, but I just play standard. Alright. We do get shields down moment, so let's see what we find. Shadow's Verdict, Clean to Dust? Alright, I guess we get Shadow's Verdict. We attack. Alright. Let's see what's up. Good news here is if they just put... Oh, really? Really? Ah, that's so gross. Alright. We know what's in their hands, so... this sucks. So we know they're going to be able to play that. Ah, man. God, that sucks so much. I probably should have just played the War Singer, actually. save the Spellbinder, but just trying to get the race on here, see what we could do. Probably gonna end up just playing Showdown. Alright, what if we attack? And then we play Showdown. Even if the opponent plays that to sweep the board. Alright, let's do it. Alright, so we have 1, 2. We didn't draw a land there. Ugh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we play this 2, 3, 4. I mean, we have the ability to play all the cards next turn if we wanted to. Alright, that's fine. The opponent knows what's in our hand too, so we just have to roll with that. We almost have to, like, have them... Yeah, exactly. Have them use it, set these up, and then hope they just didn't draw something better for their hand. Really is all we're going to be doing. Just setting up creatures to be big enough that if they do get a Yorion, we can still fight it. I mean, if they just drew like another sweeper or something here. Alright, cool. That doesn't get rid of anything. Yorion. Alright, you get cards. Ooh. These are exciting. I was thinking I was just going to Lorehold command. Like, attack with everything. Hit the opponent for 3. Give my creatures +1. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's not quite lethal. We can attack. Shoot Yorion. Make a 3/2. Oh, wait, no. That will be lethal because we get a +1 from the trigger here, right? So that'd be 5, 6, 7, 8. I can put 1 on that for 9. Actually, wait. 5. 3 is 8. +1. Yeah, not enough. Oh, wait, yeah, well, because I can give him the +1. Never mind. Duh. Let's do it. Had to work through that like 3 times. But I think we got there. Shoot the opponents. Give everything +1. Give it to the one that got unblocked. There we go. Whew. Almost missed it. I have to admit, I really like the way this performed, and we were able to beat rogues. We were able to beat a Sultai Ultimatum deck. We were able to beat a Winota deck, and on some of those, they even got the hands they wanted, and we didn't even have good starts. So who knows? Maybe it's even better than I think. So that's kind of sweet to have it outperform, to that level. I will say this though, I as much as I do like the Rally of the Ranks, and they did come in handy in a game or two, I would consider cutting a Rally to play an additional familiar. Maybe also play 1 each more of Bone Crusher Giant and probably Elite Spellbinder. Just each of those cards individually just have more value. And, having another Stomp is probably good. Even gives you another cheap spell to play alongside the Clarion Spirit. But you also, having that extra 1 mana creature when you have that extra copy of the dog really makes a big difference in this deck. And then again, if you're playing more dogs, having more adventure creature sort of makes sense. So I think if we do that, it maybe cleans it up a little bit and gives you a few more creatures you can top deck in tight situations. So that'd probably be the only changes I would make to the deck right now, but overall it actually plays pretty damn good. Now for today's card spotlight, we have a very simple old card that's kind of on everybody's mind right now, but it's Counterspell. And the reason I bring this up is that with the announcement of the Modern Horizons 2 set coming, we have seen that Counterspell is now going to be legal in Modern very soon. And what that's caused is a little bit of a buying frenzy on Counterspells. So even if you don't have any special edition or fancy ones, just a lot of the regular ones have gone up to $2 to $5 kind of across the board. So you might want to dig up your Counterspells and start thinking about trading them or selling them, or I don't know if you need some, scoop some up and make sure you have them handy. But yeah, and don't forget, we have some recent ones that were in Commander Legends, so you can actually find some there and even find some fancy cool special edition ones that might carry a little bit of a premium while people are trying to get hyped up on Counterspells. Now, I don't know if that price is going to hold once people start opening more Modern Horizons. Is there going to be enough that everybody gets new Counterspells and they're happy with it? Like, maybe, but I think a lot of modern players like to outfit their old decks with just cool things, so I'd imagine different, like, full arts and counterspells and promo ones or whatever are probably going to carry a little bit of a premium price now, because you have a whole new market that actually gets to play Counterspell. Remember, if you want today's deck list, it will be down in the description below, and also links if you want to come follow us or be part of the discussions on Facebook Gaming or Twitch. And if you'd like to check out my podcast, buy some merchandise, any of that stuff, all the links are in the description below. And do not forget, please, if you haven't, to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and really help me out so we can get this channel going that much more, as we're just short of 12,000 subscribers and 1 million views on the channel. Thank y'all so much for enjoying my content. That's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.